All right, so we are here today at the Fender facility in Corona, California, and as you can probably tell from the backdrop behind me, we're going to learn about all things EVH. They're going to take us through the entire EVH brand, all the products today, and we're going to pick their brains, find out what they have to say about how these products came to be. All right, so I'm here with Mr. Chip Ellis, and he's going to take us through the construction of a Wolfgang guitar at the Fender/EVH facility here in Corona. And so what are we looking at right here?
These are cut spreads. Now, these are for the custom model. We have mahogany with a maple top, and once we put these on the CNC machine, this is all that's left of them. And we cut them right over here, so we'll get that. These are the necks that are going to go with that body, so these are halfway through the process. We've got the veneer on the headstock with the inlay, ebony board. This is waiting for the pearl inlay on the fingerboard. These are our bolt-on necks for the standard USA. This is where we put our graphite reinforcement rods. We're going to start loading these with a two-way truss rod as well, so that's going to be an improvement you'll see in the future.
How much graphite goes into the neck?
Well, not this much, just that much.
Okay.
So these are the stiffener rods. So with these standing on end, you just can't flex these things. You turn them sideways and they will, but it really helps back up what the truss rod's doing, and it's really handy considering it's an unfinished neck. It's susceptible to climate changes and things like that, so this really helps keep everything stiff and keep everything in place. So it's a reliable guitar that you can, if you're touring, going from East Coast to West Coast, you don't have to worry about the neck moving too much.
Did you perceive any kind of tonal changes when you added the graphite?
You know, we didn't really notice anything. And we definitely tried it either which way. I mean, when we first started with the Wolfgang project, we were doing traditional one-way truss rod, two-way truss rod, with graphite, without graphite. We tried everything. And we ended up going with the graphite. I mean, it didn't sound any different, but it sure helped it hold up.
Yeah, structurally, it definitely is an improvement.
We're going to start doing a lot more with ebony, which is definitely a new thing for Eddie Van Halen, because most of this stuff is maple, and it has been maple for years, but he's really gravitated towards ebony. And that's one thing that's really cool about Ed, is that he's constantly evolving. I mean, he's never stick with one thing permanently. He's always looking for the next best thing. So it's been really cool. He always challenges us in that respect.
So you went right from maple to ebony. There was no rosewood gateway
we
there.
did try some rosewood. Okay. But he ended up settling on the ebony. He knew he wanted to do something different, but once we gave him that stealth model with the ebony fingerboard, that was that. He was in love, so. Stuff in progress. These are for the stealth model. These will have the dot inlays. Standard Wolfgang. And then these are our custom bodies. The set neck, hardtail, and more traditional control layout. Right. You know, 2 volumes, 2 tones.
And maple on mahogany.
Yes, maple on mahogany.
Okay, with a big blob of mahogany.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we went really thick with this. We wanted to keep it more traditional, fatten it up a little bit. So these are basically the same necks that you saw over there, but the back shape's been carved on them, and these are ready for binding.
And that's a mahogany neck on the customs as well.
Yes. And you can see on this one, we've extended the graphite rods into the headstock, because that's always been a problem with mahogany necks, is that, you know, they'll snap. I mean, I'm sure you've seen lots of Les Pauls with broken necks.
Yeah, I own one.
A lot of people do. So we extended them out to about that far on the headstock, so if it takes a hit, it's really going to reinforce it. So back in this corner is where we store all of our wood. And we'd like to just buy a lot of it and sit on it for a while and just really maintain a safety stock, because a lot of the woods we use sometimes become unavailable. Like this is a bunch of flame tops that will eventually end up on Wolfgangs. These are the basswood spreads that we use on the bolt-on models. So we have a bunch of flame here as well. And we're using 5A flame now. We were using a 2A quilt, but now we're doing 5A flame. And these are going to be the mahogany custom models here. And we try and get the mahogany as wide as we can, because we like to do one-piece bodies instead of, you know, 2-piece, as much as possible. So, wow. This is our wood guru, Pat McGarry. How long have you been doing this, Pat?
Since 1982.
1982. Set neck?
Set neck.
So it really does come from just
almost a tree.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's just the climate in here is obviously fine for storing all this, but then do they go into a hot room or anything?
Yeah, we do have a hot room. We do try and rely on our vendors as much as possible to supply wood that's already been kiln dried, but sometimes it'll absorb moisture in shipping or something like that. So we've set up a hot room over here. So we do everything in small batches. These are center blanks. These are going to be necks for the customs. These are all the fingerboards. These are more mahogany. So if we get anything that's over like 8% moisture content, we'll go ahead and put it in here and just check it every week and see where it goes. Over here is where we do all the binding. This is where he trues the fingerboards, gets them dead flat, no lumps. These are being prepared for binding. They're going to be cutting the binding channel on these. And these are necks that he has in process. What he'll do is he'll go ahead and bend these pieces on, glue this end piece in, and then go ahead and heat these up and pre-bend them, let them cool, then come back to it later for the outer band of binding.
He's tapping in the threads with a mallet. Are they glued in as well?
Yes, they are glued in as well. What he'll do is he'll just tap them in lightly with that. Bodies that have just been bound and sanded. These are about to go into the paint department. These are a couple of things we're just trying out. We're doing a black outer band to find these are green. And these are some of the newer flame models. Doing the final sanding on one of the another thing I like about the custom model is that we used a really big bone nut. It's a full 1/4 inch wide on this thing.
Wow.
So that way you see a lot of like older guitars where the bone nut kind of snaps off the low E string. Probably not going to happen with that. We tried to make this thing bulletproof.
It's a lot of hand work that goes into all of it.
Yes, very much so. These are getting pre-stained before we blow the transcolor on. Really kind of makes the grain pop more. This is stuff that just came out of paint. It's been buffed out, so this will be headed to final assembly in the next day or so. Yeah, we have some black ones that you can see everything gets really dusty back here. But I promise it's really shiny and beautiful.
Okay.
And these are ones that Eddie stripes himself.
He stripes them himself?
Yeah, so we send him a base coated body and he'll wrap the tape around it and give it back to us and we'll blow the next color.
Okay. So I'm not used to seeing these as well.
This is a limited edition thing that we started, what, back in like 2004?
2006, I think.
Yeah.
Because the 2004 was the EVH Art Series, just the red, black, and then the white. And then these came when the tour started. It was all for the tour. That he had to play he hand stripes them, plays them for one song.
Right.
And then they go to auction. So.
Right now they're assembling Wolfgang pickups. So these bobbins have already been wound. And they're going to go ahead and start soldering everything together and that way basically install this wagon. So this is Joe and he's finishing up a Wolfgang right now. Before anything leaves the door, we make Joe play a Van Halen riff.
Okay. Right. What's your go-to riff that you play to test him?
I guess off a t-shirt.
Okay.
Actually, a really small team. Despite the size of this factory, the guys guys that make this stuff are completely broken off from the Fender line. They're their own separate entity, so it's kind of cool to have just a small team of guys. You don't have to run around looking for different people. I mean,
Right.
you know, then that small handful of guys, any answer you need is there for you.
How many people are working on the EVH guitars?
There's probably only about 30 people total.
Okay. Wow.
And after they get built out, they come over here for packing. We have a final inspector come over and triple check everything before we put it in the box. Everything's got to be perfect on it, or else it goes back through the system.
And they can be pulled at any time if somebody spots something that they don't feel quite right about.
Yeah, there's been times I've been down here where these guys probably hate me for it, but I'll walk down and notice something. Nope, start over.
Is there any other instrument in the industry that has a hardtail with a locking down on it?
Nope, I think we're the first on that.
Okay. I'm guessing we'll just stay in tune for a freaking month.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, when I was messing with one, the USA Trans Amber, if the strings are stretched, and I play a lot of, I pick very hard, I fret very hard, and as long as the strings are stretched, once it's in tune, you can't knock it out of tune. It's awesome. And the fine tuner goes back pretty far. I mean, you can easily go a step and a half, you know? So it's just, you can pound on it, bend on it. To me, it was like, why didn't I have one of these when I did my last record? It would have been so perfect to record with, because it just locks it, you know, it's just dead nuts on. And it translates to the customer as well. For the customers now, people that are going to be playing live in their bands, no matter what style of music, it's just quicker, just jump to it, be able to stay in tune, keep that stability amongst the band live. Just from one instrument can kind of set the pace of where everybody needs to be.
Right.
It's become a lead instrument again, you know what I mean?